love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
What's up, man?
Killer, what's good?
What's good with you? How you, man?
Man, the holidays has been good.
Yeah, they have been. I can't lie, man. Definitely have been so far. How about you, Stat?
It's been great. It's been great to be back home. So I'm loving it.
You in Florida, Stat?
Well, right now I'm in Atlanta, but I was in Florida.
Talking about you back home. You're not home.
I
Stat.
was like a couple hours ago. Now I'm not.
Oh.
What's you got motion?
You
That
know.
is in the age. She got motion.
You got motion.
LOL. I was you guys are like Atlanta. Okay. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's start.
Early.
First of all, real quick though. Murder this morning, they said you must have had your Yeezys on because you was all over the place for Title Town. They said when you gonna do that, you gotta show your Yeezys, man. That's what they said. If you gonna just jump out the window like that, you gotta show what shoes that you
I
wearing.
gotta show my Yeezys. Yeah. Let me go get my Yeezys. I definitely had on Yeezy Crocs.
Yeah, he said this morning Murder had on some Yeezys, man. He got to start showing proof he had them joints on, man. I just wanted to relate a message what was going on in this morning's episode. Now, pardon me. Yes. I'm sorry. Yesterday morning episode. I'm sorry about that. I'm still a little sore from last night, but yeah, yesterday morning's episode.
Yeah, well, let me talk crazy then. Throw my Yeezy shades on.
Oh.
Because the nigga said,
going left, he wear those. The nigga going left, he wear those.
One nigga in the comments said Mase had me dizzy for a minute, and then he started making sense. So I ain't know which way to go with it.
Tell him I got my Yeezy shades on now.
I'm pretty sure they watching this. I'm pretty sure they watching this morning too.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to know you're prepared, Mase, because we're going to start with Russell Wilson. So the Denver Broncos are benching Russell Wilson for the remainder of the season and will start Jarrett Stidham. In addition to Wilson's $39 million guaranteed, another $37 million could be guaranteed if he cannot pass a physical in early March. Sources are saying the reasoning for his benching is financial related. But what do you think is Russell Wilson's future?
You think they're trying to get him out of there, huh? They're trying to get him out of Denver.
Nigga said, huh? Nigga said they ain't like him over there, huh?
Oh, yeah,
trying to get him out of there, huh?
Yeah.
Sean Payton ain't feeling them, huh?
You think the boy ain't playing, huh? You think Sean
was playing, huh?
When he told you stop kissing them babies, huh? Yeah. He thought Sean Payton was playing in the beginning of the season. When he told him stop kissing them babies and doing all of that, bro, we need you to play football, man. We paying you a lot of cash out here. You used to live in Title Town. This ain't Title Town. And I came prepared to define it today, but you know, we'll deal with that later. But right now, you ain't in Title Town, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You run around here with Sierra, and you know they trying to sell weed in Denver, you know? We messing the strand up.
He might have his own strand in a minute. Niggas might be smoking on the Russell Wilson pack, nigga.
Yeah. The CC pack sound better though.
Yeah, that do sound better. They ain't gonna get offended though. I just was
Nah.
listening to a new song. No, not from you. I'm talking about Russell gonna get fan. Sierra probably don't give a fuck. I was, yo, you know what's crazy? I was just listening to, shout out to Quavo, shout out to Future. I was just listening to their song. It's not new, probably a few months old. And that nigga, I forget how it went, but in the middle of the fucking song, that nigga Future said, yeah, and fuck Russell. I said, yo.
Was that turn your click up, dog?
Yeah. That in the middle of the song, nigga said, yeah, and fuck Russell. I said, yo. Future don't give a fuck, bro. Y'all niggas act like y'all gonna put his business out there. He putting it out there before you get a chance to put it out there. It don't matter. Nigga put the hook, him and 42 Doug, nigga say, yo, tell Steve Harvey I don't wanna. I say, yo, this nigga on the hook.
Yeah, Future.
Future a minute, shout the motherfucking my nigga Scooter.
Yeah.
And you know, Metro whole clique down there. Listen, man, like Mase said, I have to totally agree. This was a recipe from disaster from the beginning of the season. Sean Payton, before the season started, tried to get Russell Wilson to toughen up, or at least toughen up to the point Sean Payton was satisfied. Told him, look, you got to stop kissing babies, like Murder just said. Stop shaking old ladies' hands. Stop helping people with their groceries. Yo, go slap somebody. And he said everything but that. No, I'm exaggerating. And when the season started off bad for Denver, basically, this is what we all talked about. During the middle of the season, Stat said that Russell Wilson ain't shit. And then they went on a tear. Probably a 6-game winning streak. And then everybody says, oh, they got to get their chemistry together. You know, it took some time. You know, they stopped blaming Sierra because a lot of people was talking about he rented out a Waffle House and all this shit during the course of that losing streak, because Sierra's favorite restaurant is the Waffle House. But even if you're going to do this, at least be winning, because niggas use shit like that to say this is why you're losing. Or at least don't post it on social media till the summertime when niggas can be like, yo, oh, that was sweet or what he did. Or, you know, look, either wait to post it till you're winning, season's over, or if you're winning, post it. If not, these are things they use as an excuse. Like Mase said, this is not the same scenario, but it matters. It does matter. You can sit here and say, it does matter.
Yeah,
you can sit here and say,
matter. It does matter.
Yeah, it does matter. You can sit there and say, yo, what do that got to do with him winning football games, taking his girl to a Waffle House? Because they're not winning and they're looking for excuses on why you're not performing well. So yeah, it matters. It does matter.
It's not Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly.
Swift. That's exactly what they're trying to pull on them.
Yeah, so now it comes down to the end of the season. You go on another losing streak. The Broncos are not totally eliminated from the playoffs as of right now, but what Sean Payton did and said was, if we gonna make it, we gonna make it with this nigga, not with you. Yeah. You don't want to listen to what I told you in the beginning of the season. You still Waffle Housing. You still doing all this other shit that we not even going to say that you're doing, because niggas are just disrespecting. We have no idea what's not being reported.
Yeah.
You know, we have no clue.
You bigger than the system. You bigger than the system,
right.
nigga.
Right. Look, I
heard
remember it was an episode on, and I'm not saying this I'm not saying it's this far. It was an episode years ago, maybe more than 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, on Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. And it was about Doug Christie. And shout out to Doug Christie. He was a solid NBA player. And a lot of people may not even know Doug Christie, but they may know his wife. I can't think of her name right now. She's on Basketball Wives. The older, I ain't gonna say wow, but she moves aggressively. stat if you get a chance. Could you look up Doug Christie's wife name for me from when you get a second?
Jackie.
Anyway,
Jackie.
yeah, Jackie. Now, this is way before she was on the television show. Doug Christie, when he substituted out the games, he had to look at the floor, and every time he scored, he had to blow her a kiss because she didn't trust cheerleaders, she didn't trust owners' wives, she didn't trust anybody. Any away game that he went to, she had to go to the away game with him. It was just to the point ridiculous to where when you sub out a game, you have to look down. And if you're in management, you're saying he needs to be looking up at the game so when he gets back in the game, he knows exactly what he's going to do. And I'm not comparing Russell Wilson to that, but it's a little bit of that, man. Sometimes you got to say, and I know you can love your girl and bring her wherever you want, and you say this love thing is bigger than sports or anything else because I'm in love with a woman. But you must be on the OJ budget.
Yeah.
And when I say an OJ budget, is when OJ be talking about, well, we made more than enough money. We have enough money to live. We got enough. You still can get a wild contract. You don't want no more money? Yeah, that's what you're saying? Because if you make the playoffs, Sean Payton is going with the backup.
Yeah.
And then it's questions for next year if they make the playoffs. And I already think it's questions for next year because now this becomes an ownership and management problem. Who are you going to keep? Your Super Bowl champion quarterback or your Super Bowl champion coach? Because they both have been to Titletown, Mase, just in case. They've both been to Titletown.
It makes sense.
Yes. So who do you trust more?
Who would you go with, Sean Payton or Russ?
See, the thing is for me with Russ, at this particular point, just to flat out answer your question, I would go with Sean Payton. But to me, I think Russ still could pull something off. I don't think that his skills are diminished. I don't think that he's old enough to be like he's old. I think he's in a bad place. He got a lot of money. Part of the reason he even went to Denver is because he's a guy in the locker room, they say, that basically talks shit about people in the media instead of having conversations with them direct. You know, when he was in Seattle, he started blaming his offensive line publicly to where
he
they
wanted
said
them.
this is
He wanted them.
Yeah. So my thing is this, even if you feel a way about, not to cut you off, but I want you to elaborate on this, even if you feel some way about your offensive line, you don't say that because these are the niggas protecting you every week. So if you dog them in week 7, week 8, you can imagine what's going to happen to you week 11, 12, 13.
Probably why he's not playing good. It's probably why, because it's like when it comes down to it, whether you get 4 seconds or 6 seconds, a lot of times got to deal with it comes down to if the O-line likes you. You know,
right. You're really supposed to get it out of there in 2.5, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But if you got a great, like a Tom Brady, they know he couldn't scramble. And I know we always use the GOATs as examples, but we all know Tom Brady couldn't run. You can imagine, and I always say this, not just for this particular conversation, you can imagine the Christmas gifts, the birthday gifts, the hazard gifts Tom Brady was giving to his O-line.
Because 4 seconds, for you to be back there for 4 seconds, just looking left
and listen,
right.
Tom Brady had more than 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's why
because he can't
4
scramble.
to 6.
Right.
He was getting 4 to 6.
Right, and maybe more than that from time to time.
They love Brady.
Right.
So when you in there,
exactly.
That's why, I'm not blocking for this nigga. You can just imagine that. Not 10 my nigga for this. This nigga already don't like it. So
exactly.
Russ,
and let me talk about
this. You gotta fix this, Russ, because there's a reason why certain people play for certain coaches. Just like we was talking about Mike Tomlin the other day, when something need to happen, he's able to look to his team and say, let's go get this one. Pause, and they go get it because the love that they have for him and that camaraderie. But when you over there thinking you better than niggas and all that, you bigger than the system, niggas gonna let you fall on your face for real. And that's any sport in any locker room. People hate prima donnas, especially in the key position. A prima donna point guard, a prima donna quarterback. What else? Uh what else? A prima donna pitcher. You know, nigga that's already leading the team and he got these flaky ways. It's gonna be hard. Pause. It's gonna be very hard to play for that kind of guy. And if he's running his mouth, I can only imagine what they thinking. So now you got the assistant. I mean, not the assistant, but the backup quarterback. He in there, and God forbid if he get 2 wins, he get two
and
wins.
that
They're gonna have to trigger that 37.
and that's what when you asked me that question about Russell Wilson or Sean Payton, that's what I was going to say. Today isn't the answer. The answer is this: if the quarterback
From
gets two
August, yeah.
wins, if this quarterback and Sean Payton gets 2 wins, and they go to the playoffs, and don't let them win a playoff. If they put it like
Yeah.
this, it's questionable if they make it to the playoffs, and if they get a win, Russell is out because Sean Payton's going to look like he knows what he's doing. Now, if they lose these 2 games and don't make it to the playoffs, then it's a conversation it's going to be a long spring and a long summer trying to figure out, do you give these guys one more season to coexist, or are they already at the point where they can't coexist with each other anyway?
And the type of guy you think Russell is, he gonna sit down with Peyton after this, after Peyton benching him? Probably not. Probably
That's
not.
a good point.
Yeah, it's like I'm not, when I'm sitting down
He's
down
not
talking to
all.
him, it would be like me
Yeah,
benching him. He's a championship quarterback. Will we bench him?
yeah.
No, you let him
And
figure
he's
it
not
out. You know, he got the seniority.
right, and he's not a light-skinned nigga, but he got light-skinned nigga hair. So you're right. He may not even go sit down with that nigga.
He not sitting down
His
with
shit
him.
is definitely. She definitely got moose and shit in his hair. They too arrogant to sit down with niggas.
Yeah, creme de la creme, you know. He's ski win and all that.
Yeah.
He think he better than niggas. He's
Well,
ski.
as far as the Broncos schedule goes, next they play the Chargers and then the Raiders. So it's very much possible that they could get a win. But league sources are saying that Russell is expected to be cut by March. So the question is, if Russell Wilson was to be cut, is there any team that you feel like you could see him going to? Or do you feel like it's wraps?
They try not to give him that 37, right?
Yeah.
Because he would have a guaranteed 37.
It's if he can't pass a physical, which is a crazy contract to me. But that means like he just can't get injured. So if he doesn't pass the physical, he gets a guaranteed $37 million in addition to the guaranteed money that he already has.
So he can make himself not pass the physical. So
This is true.
Yeah, so they're really rocking the hard place like that. 37. Are you passing the physical, killer? You're not passing that physical. Your neck
I'm
and
definitely
your
not
arm.
past. Yeah, my back and my neck. Pause.
My foot feel like it got a spur in it. All
Yeah.
that. 37.
And what you do leading up to the physical, you just go say your back hurts starting in the end of January.
Yeah.
With all the doctor notes. My back been killing me. Come up off that.
It's crazy. Get sacked in practice and call it a concussion protocol.
Yep.
Well, we'll see what happens because that's also, I think, a little bit of a setup because if we do see, January, February, Russell starts saying he is hurt after not playing, fingers are all pointing at him. So I'm curious to see what
Yeah, so
happens.
this
Yeah.
gonna let you know if
My
he
thing.
got some brown in him. If he got nigga in him.
Yeah.
37. I
Yeah, I'm
think
gonna keep it
CC
100.
gonna tell him you hurt. You
I'm
hurt.
gonna keep it 100. Point all the fingers you want at me, whatever. I'll be at the bank cashing the check with the fingers pointed at me.
37 million guaranteed. That's a good check.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm not even mad at it. Okay. Moving along to basketball, this is kind of a two-part question. So the Grizzlies have won their 4th game in a row since Ja Morant's return. How do you feel
Yeah.
about his impact on the team?
Let me say this. They won 4 in a row. Ja is back, but don't act like I didn't tell y'all. They going to the playoffs. I'm telling you what I know. Ja is going to the playoffs. See, once he get to like 10 in a row, everybody gonna be like, wait a minute. They're going to the playoffs. They're going to the playoffs. Remember, I told you this. I mean, I know they went crazy on the Pelicans, but they're going to the playoffs. That's all I want to say. I want to put that in the atmosphere. I ain't got my Yeezys all the way on yet, but they're going to the playoffs. And it's not going to be the play-in. They're going to the playoffs. Are you documenting this stat?
I've got it. All your takes written down. We will keep track.
They're going to the playoffs. Number 12 is going to the playoffs. What you think, Keller?
I hope so. Listen, the kid is exciting to watch. I caught the highlights from the game the other night against Zion and them. You know, they played them twice. The kid, I love seeing them play, man. Are
This
they
is
going?
a better
I
version.
don't know.
This is a better version of Iverson and Eric Snow. A better version. With him and Smart.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say Smart. I would say Bane.
Yeah.
Desmond Bane ain't bad. They just gave him a bag too. So, hey man, it's like this is an example of what we was talking about when the season first started. When we was talking about Luka, and you know, and shout to Luka. Luka's fucking killer right now. Luka's killing. But it was part of the question that we were talking about. Does he make his team better?
Yeah.
And that is not even a question with Ja Morant.
Yeah.
Not only does his play make his team better, but the energy he brings, the enthusiasm. You know, that first game that they won when he came back, it reminded me of last year. You know, when they win and they do an interview, it doesn't matter if it's Desmond Bane or Adams or Ja Morant, they all come over. They all be like, yeah,
They fool
and I
each other.
seen that soon. Yeah, so I seen, you know, they doing the gritty walking back to the locker room, et cetera, et cetera. So when I seen Ja do that interview and he's like, I'm a dog, and everybody came back, I said, that's the energy that they were missing. You know, sometimes niggas, you know, you got niggas, and I'm gonna relate this to some street shit real quick, but cause you got niggas who may be shooters, but they not gonna shoot until they see a certain nigga shoot. And it's like, yo, I ain't busting my gun. I'm not, nigga, we gonna bust our, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? We gonna bust our gun. Oh yeah, we is gonna bust our gun. So sometimes you need that type of nigga because you ain't like that without him.
Yeah, like that.
You only like that. Yeah, when you dolo, you ain't like that. You like that when y'all together, but when you dolo, you ain't that nigga. And that's kind of this type of situation. Niggas can get like that on Memphis, but they need that nigga that's gonna put the battery in their back and make it there. Look, 4-0 is great. I don't even know what the longest win streak in the NBA is this season, but 4-0 is great. But you got to think about it. 2 weeks ago, the Detroit Pistons was offered dinner for 3 games in a row. and Was it the Toronto Raptors for somebody else for something else for 3 games in a row? They was offering out dinner and what was it, free popcorn in the stand or some shit at the Toronto's game or yeah, whatever. These is all 3 games in a row they offering all this wild shit. Ja comes back, he's 4-0. They not, they ain't offering no pizza, no dinner, nothing because they expect this from this nigga. So at the end of the day, man, I hope you're right, Mase. I don't know if that's going to be a fact, but at this rate, and they keep it up, I really, really, really hope he does.
Yeah,
And the
he
Memphis
know they
Grizzlies
gotta
make it
go
to the playoffs.
crazy because right now they 10-19. So they gotta go on at least a 10-0. They gotta go on at least a 10-game run to even get close, So now, I mean, he got West Coast Player of the Week. So he's averaging like 28.8. And it looks like Bane got better with him being out. So now that Bane got better at scoring with him out, with him coming back in, is now they looking like a dynamic duel. And then you got Smart. He going to chip in his 15, 16. He going to play great defense. And Jackson, they got a good team now.
What I say about Smart, I mean, not Smart, pardon me, Bane is this. I don't like Bane without Ja Morant. And the record shows why I don't like Bane without Ja Morant. Bane with Ja Morant, that's exactly who I was talking about when you need your man there.
Yeah.
Bust your gun. Because don't get me wrong, Bane had a couple great games this season.
He had a few 30.
But last season he got the bag. They gave him 2 and some change because of how he was playing with Ja. Did he look like a $200 million nigga when Ja wasn't there? That's what I'm saying. Did he look like he deserved 2?
He looked like 84 million.
Yeah. I'll give him 86.3. So that was kind of, I didn't want to say his name, but that's the nigga I'm talking about. You ain't like that when your man ain't there. You all right, but we can't trust you to run the block. Nah,
yeah, he did.
we
but they gonna bust his gun.
Yeah, and then at the same time, it's almost like I don't know how many people watch The Sopranos when Tony went down and the underboss tried to run it. They wasn't respecting him like that. It was like, we'll wait for Tony to get back to start taking orders again, nigga. So, hope you're more stories. I hope you're right, Mase. I would love to see them in the playoffs.
And then the second part of the question, and I really want you guys' opinion on this because everybody keeps talking about this. So after a dunk, Ja Morant celebrated with like a gun motion. He was, he was doing a little dance. And a lot of people are calling him out for it. Chandler Parsons said, "What else has to happen for you and your family and your friends to learn? Make this about basketball, make this about your life, make this about your livelihood, and stop doing things like this." So he's faced a lot of criticism for doing, the dance. So thoughts on Chandler's response and then the people who are, coming at Ja for it.
Ja, you gotta do the little Uzi dance, the doggy. You can do any dance but a gun dance right now. You can do a guitar rock star dance. Nothing with no guns in it, Ja. You got it. Come on, we rooting for you. Them people on your head too, Ja. They really need you to crap out. Please, Ja, don't do it. I don't know why you're doing it.
I got 2 parts answer to this question. First thing I'll say is when I seen the dunk, before I heard anybody's response in my brain, I said, I know this nigga just ain't pulled the battle rap pistol out. I know the nigga ain't go and tried to switch it. I seen this shit in my brain. I'm like, this nigga just pulled the battle rap pistol out. Because in battle rap, he did a quick battle rap date. Nigga win the lock and go to your head. Nigga, the Uzi. It's mad imaginary battle rap guns, nigga. Nigga, this 44 tear your dome off. And I'll be watching the battle rap guns. You think these niggas, you would swear these niggas got guns, bro. I swear on everything. So when I seen him do this shit, I said, I can't. I'm just gonna really ignore that I seen this and hope I didn't see what I thought I seen. I usually will rewind it, know, and I said, I'm gonna just keep it moving and hope I ain't see that. This is what I will say, Ja. Listen, and I'm not comparing the two players on the basketball court. I'm just giving two scenarios. Gilbert Arenas, which is our nigga, and you could talk to him directly about it. That nigga got caught with some guns, got suspended, came back, and when he walked through and they announced his name in the star lineup and they said, Gilbert Arenas, he came out like this. Swaggy P fell to the floor. He shot another nigga. They playing games.
You see how that went?
I think Gilbert was in Memphis probably a month later or something like that.
You see how that went?
Yeah, so I think you're too great of a player for Memphis to even think about trading you. But this will be bigger than Memphis. Adam Silver is a principal type of nigga. He's one of them. He gave you 25 because you played with him before. And what I hope, what he's saying to himself is, I hope I ain't see what I just seen, because we would hate to see another 10-9, 7-10 game suspension. That would be the worst thing for us as a basketball fan. That's my first part to this question. My second part is the other side of Cam pause. I fuck with y'all retarded niggas, man. You and your pops is some retarded ass niggas, man. I kind of like that shit. Your pops is back with the hoodie on and the glasses. After all this time, niggas been like, what kind of dad are you, T. Morant? You ain't really been there. You got to be more of a father. Papa came back in with the hoodie, the glass. Man, don't tell me how to raise mine. We good. Yes, did your son catch 230? All right, if your son ain't catch 230, please don't tell me how to raise mine. The hoodie and the glasses ain't going nowhere. Ja Gritty dance on them. Nah, that wasn't no gun. Nigga, I just did something like this. Y'all thought it was a gun. Fuck is y'all talking about? This attitude is not going to change. I don't care if CAMRON, Mase, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith.
Steve Morant.
Y'all niggas can't tell me how to raise mine, and you can't tell me nothing different. I thought this was how LeVar Ball was going to be, but no, it's T. Morant. And they say,
Morant said, mind your business. This outfit is over here.
Yeah. I don't tell you what to do with yours. Don't tell me what to do with mine. So at the same
I can dig it.
I'm torn.
Yeah.
I'm torn as a basketball fan, but I fuck with this nigga as a parent at the same time. Not saying I fuck with him, well, him not. You know, because at the same time, it's like this, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you an example like this. I know it's the NBA and everything is like media related, especially with social media. But who is you to tell T. Morant he ain't have a convo with his son? Everything don't need to be made public. Everything don't need to be made for the media. How you know T. Morant ain't say, yo, come on now, you fucking shit up. Fuck is you talking about? This me and you in the crib. We ain't got ain't no TV, ain't no social media, ain't nothing. Nigga, don't fuck this paper up. You go back in there, bust their ass. I go back in there, my hoodie and my sunglasses, and we get busy. We don't know if T. Morant had a conversation. We in an era where everything has to be public, or has to be on Instagram, has to be on Facebook, has to be on Twitter. Everything ain't public, so we don't know what conversation T. Morant had with Ja Morant. And at the end of the day, they may have had a serious conversation. He said, that don't change who we are, though. We just gonna think a little better.
Yeah.
That's what I take.
Who knows? They could be the Tupac and Suge Knight of the NBA. He said, you fuck, man. Do what you want, man. Do what you like.
Yeah.
It's your show.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me figure it out. You do what you want to do. You're a Morant. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? They could have had that conversation. We're going to do what we want, because until somebody stop us, we ain't going to fix nothing.
Yeah.
Live out loud. Yeah. That's what I think the conversation my guy T ran at.
This is what I'm
Listen,
telling you.
you Pac, I'm sure.
This is exactly why I said I'm torn
Do it
as
your
the
way.
best.
We did it our way.
Yeah,
All that
exactly.
type of talk. You know that's
Yeah,
going on. We
yeah,
did it our way.
yeah. This how we did it. The Morant
What
family.
they gonna
Secondly,
do? Kick you out of the league, nigga?
yeah,
All that kind of talk.
yeah, exactly. Secondly, until your offsprings or your kids catch 235, don't talk to me about nothing. I
Yeah,
don't
don't
really
talk to
want to
me
talk
about
to.
mine.
I don't tell me about raising mine's rate until your
Yeah.
kids are doing what my kid is doing.
Take your son
Please.
to the gym. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, good analysis. I'm gonna say not gonna say that I don't see a problem with it, but like I just feel like people are trying to nitpick everything Ja does. Like if he does a little dance, I know it just happens to be a gun, bad timing, but it's like he's not doing anything wrong. The team is winning. I'm not mad. I feel like if Ja wants to dance, Ja can dance. That's what I think. So with that, we're going to move on to the next game. The Suns beat the Rockets 129 to 113. Suns record is 14-15, and the Rockets is 15-13. The only teams below the Suns on the West are the Jazz, Grizzlies, Blazers, and Spurs. What are your thoughts on
Yeah.
that?
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, the Suns, are you ready to say you're super disappointed with them?
Yes.
Yeah, like I can see,
Yes.
man, I'm like, this is getting so crazy. I can see Durant wanting to be traded. That's how crazy this is. Man, it's like, what's going on? Like for real, what's going on? What you think is going on, Stat?
To be honest, I just don't think they have the chemistry that everybody thought that they were going to have. And I think just the injuries just put them off to a bad start to begin with. They didn't really get a good start in the season. And if they did, maybe they'd be in a different position. But it's like, how long are we supposed to wait for chemistry to get better? They're winning games, but they're not winning them as much as I thought they would, and especially by a big point deficit. So I don't know. It's definitely disappointing because I think everybody expected more from the team. But when it's time to point fingers, it's time to start pointing fingers at what do we do to fix this?
But let me ask
This
you
is
that. This is another thing I thought about, Killer.
mhm.
Know this your guy. You know what I'm saying? I like Kevin Durant too. That's like one of my favorite players in the league. But do you think LeBron would lose this much if he had Book? You can't answer that.
I'm thinking because look, LeBron got AD.
Yeah.
And look, what I was going to say before you asked me that question, that's a great question. I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer it because it isn't like LeBron doesn't have an all-star on his team as well. But I'll say this, right? Looking at the stats, the Golden State Warriors are 15-15. The Suns are 15-15. And the Lakers are 15-15. Houston is 15-14. So as much as we've been talking about being worried about the Golden State Warriors and the Phoenix Suns, and they have not been playing up to par basketball, either one of them. Right now, when I say 15-15, that's a tie for 9th through 11th place. So the Lakers are 9, Phoenix is 10, Golden State's 11, but they all have the same record. They're all 3 games away from being in 4th place. 4th place right now is held by the Clippers. They're 18-12. So we need to revisit this Golden State thing and Sun thing by All-Star break, I say. I know we're going to talk about it way more in between now and All-Star break. But as bad as both teams are playing, they're only 3 games, each one of those teams, including the Lakers, out of 4th place. So if they go on a run, this could switch up fast. You know, they haven't started good. They don't have any chemistry because Bradley Beal isn't there. But like you said, Booker is there. And another question is, as much as you say, should KD be losing this much with Booker? That question goes as well for Booker. Should Booker be losing this much with KD?
Yeah.
He's a younger player and an all-star and
that's a great question.
A great talent. Yeah, a great talent. So maybe that question should be on the other foot, depending on who you're asking.
Yeah, Book, should you be losing this much? Book, if you watching this, should you be losing this much with KD? Come on, man. There's no way you got this kind of premier talent and elite talent on both sides of the wings, and you can't get it done. For real. Y'all should be able to take over the game with just y'all two, realistically.
So to finish up my answer is, if they get it together, the Suns, the Lakers, and Golden State, and I know it has not been looking good whatsoever, but if they hit one of these buttons and go on a 5, 6, 7 game winning streak, these are the teams that we'll be used to seeing in the playoffs. But these young niggas might got something to say about it. Houston may have something to say about it. OKC may have something to say about it. Minnesota definitely have something to say about it. But they're not out of the contention. It's not like the Spurs or the Detroit Pistons when they're just losing 10, 11, 12, or the Pistons case, 27 games, a world record in any sport in a row. So that's a great question, Mase. I'm not sure if LeBron had Booker, he'd be losing, but I will say LeBron has somebody of Booker's talent level when he's healthy. Talking about AD, but I'm not sure. It's a great question, but I think the Golden State, LA, and the Phoenix Suns are nowhere out of this picture whatsoever if they get together. Now, if we still talking about the same thing in February after the Super Bowl, then it's a problem.
Sounds like a good analysis to me. But I will say that I think it's a little interesting how we've seen the Clippers kind of make an not immediate switch, but like make a switch over time. And we're still kind of waiting for those three teams to kind of hit that spark. But
yeah, they only play like 1 or 2 games together though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing about it though. That's a great point, Stat, because you know why? That's a great point. We got to give the coach from the Phoenix Suns the same 10 games that we gave Ty Lue. And Ty Lue said it's going to take 10 games. This coach, Frank Vogel, has not even got 10 games with Bradley Beal yet. He hasn't got 5 games, let alone the 10 games that the Clippers got to kind of figure it out. So when James Harden first got to the Clippers, we was like, oh, this ain't fair. Who's not going to start this Kawhi Leonard's team? This person come off the bench. And like you said, Stat, I totally agree. They kind of figured it out, but it took them games to figure it out. The Phoenix Suns has not been able to get their James Harden, so to speak, to figure this out.
Great point. Unfortunate situation. And then last one before we go to break, former player Brandon Jennings says Kevin Durant should leave the Suns. He said, they curse, man. He don't deserve this. So based on what we just spoke about, what's your opinion on that? And then his comment.
He said they curse. Brandon Jennings. Brandon went viral on that one. I don't remember them winning, though. He got a point.
Yeah.
He definitely got a point. The closest they came to it was Dan Marley, Charles Barkley, KJ, and Richard Jones.
KJ was nice, boy.
That was the closest they came to winning. And Jordan had something to say about that. So,
yeah,
I mean, they had a chance one year. Era.
Yeah, and they had a chance one year with the Spurs, but that was the year when Amari Stoudemire jumped off the bench when the niggas was fighting and he got suspended the next game.
Oh, yeah.
I think they was up in that series 3-2 and then ended up losing that game when they got suspended. Then the next game they lost. I'm not sure exact amount of games, but I know Michael Wilborn, he's a Phoenix Sun fan. He always goes off about that shit. We had our chance. That was our year. So, yeah, Mace, you're right.
It
And
might be
Brandon Jones
cursed.
is right. As far as them being cursed, as far as Kevin Durant leaving the Phoenix Suns, it wouldn't be a good look.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a good look. It just wouldn't, because Kevin Durant don't give a fuck what none of y'all think. I'm just telling you perspective wise, as me knowing him, that nigga go to Lakers tomorrow and say, fuck y'all if he wants to do that. I think he enjoys pissing people off. But just as a public perception wise, he caught flack for going to Golden State, which I think it wasn't a foregone conclusion that Golden State would have won them championships without him. You got to remember, they won one, then Cleveland won one. Then Kevin Durant went there to put them over the top to win the next two. Then when he didn't go to the Knicks and went to Brooklyn, everybody's like, oh, you should have went to the Guard. It doesn't work out with the Nets. James Harden leaves. Kyrie is not always available due to injury or due to, the league or the Nets or whoever suspended him for what he had tweeted. So he wasn't always available. Then Kevin Durant asked for a trade. When he first gets traded to Phoenix, it looks genius. Look, Chris Paul is there, Devin Booker is there, Ayton is there, Monty Williams was considered a great coach, and they don't get over the hump, and the team starts to get picked apart a little bit, where Monty Williams gets fired, Chris Paul gets waived, but it looked like they started picking up good pieces with Bradley Beal. They picked up the other white dude who be kicking niggas in the nuts from Milwaukee. Pause. I didn't even think of that. That nigga
Now
from
it's
Duke.
looking like they should have never got rid of Aiden.
It's looking like a few things. Yeah, so it's still a mystery to me why Bo doesn't play. I don't know what's going on. We're not there in practice to see the production or non-production or what he's doing.
What do you think it is with that? You think he's like, what's going on? You think he's just his work ethic? Yeah. What is it?
I don't know, and as much as we talk about we want to see Bo, what I thought about was this, and that's why I say we're not in these practices and we don't know, because of this. If I'm Denver, I don't get rid of Bo. I keep Bo.
Yeah.
They get rid of Bo and win a championship. So I'm like, damn. Damn.
No matter how good you are, we win when you leave. That's the sign.
Yeah, so I took that into account. Then I was saying he looked decent on Orlando, but that wasn't translating into victories. Now he's on the bench again in Phoenix. What are we not seeing in practice?
In Orlando, it's balling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. When he leaves, something else, it clicks. So I didn't want to say this on the show because I like seeing him play. I think that nigga got handled. He could shoot. He got a lot of pizzazz, but we gotta start paying attention to what these GMs and scouts and coaches see that we don't see.
Good point. I don't even know what's next for him because I'm like,
It's crazy. I thought they was hating on Manu. Hating on Manu. You know what I'm saying? He might be hating on his pops. Like, yeah, we're gonna make sure that nigga don't play. It's something, man, because that nigga's too gifted, bro.
Yeah, but let's look at the last 2 points. I didn't even think about Orlando, how decent they're playing right now.
Yeah,
let alone win a championship when the year after he leaves. What's going on that we don't see?
So to wrap up what you're saying, it seems like teams are getting better when Bobo is not there.
I ain't want to say that, man, but shit.
But
kind of what
I'm rooting for you, man. Come on, man. You gotta go to practice and turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we trying to root for you and shit, but we can't act like we don't see it.
Yeah, nigga might end up going to San Antonio. It might end up being a stopping ground.
I don't know about that.
That sounds good. I mean, listen, we never know. Listen, he needs a play. I don't know, man, because when I see him play, he look like he good. He look
Yeah.
good to me. Pause.
He
He
in the
look
wrong
like he could
system. He
play.
gonna find a system. He get to San An, it'd be a nightmare.
It's one of them. He's almost like a Porzingis situation if he gets in the right place.
We'll see what happens.
This might be actual racism, Mase.
Yeah, this might be actual racism.
Actual racism.
Niggas like,
This
yo,
might.
word. Your dad
Nigga
did
said,
this
nah,
to
we
me
can't.
when I was young. Your dad ever
Yeah,
told you?
yeah.
Like, word.
Right.
Take it out on your son. People do that a lot too.
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. We're going to go to break. And when we return, we will talk about the Sixers versus the Magic.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I here? This woman wanna be free. Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about you.
Welcome back. So let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. Tonight, the Grizzlies will play Denver. Underdog fantasy has Morant at 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
40?
40.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined.
Ooh, that's no. I don't have him getting 40. No. I think probably right there, but not over.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go lower.
Cam?
I can see him having 35 and 5.
I'm going higher.
Okay.
Oh,
Ja Morant. Yo, listen, my
yeah,
opinion is
Ja.
Ja don't always play that great against Denver from what I've seen in the past. But Ja pauses like a nigga backed up. He gonna do everything. He gonna block shots. He gonna get rebounds. He gonna block Ja backed up, pause in basketball terms. That nigga right there is going to do everything he has to do. I'm going higher.
Okay.
You
Jokic.
think they're gonna beat them? You don't think they're gonna beat them, but do you? You
That's
ain't
what I was
going
going to
that
ask
crazy.
you.
Yeah, I mean, if we gonna get 10-0, we gotta go through Denver.
This is a real test for you, Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, you are now up to the plate, nigga. This is your real challenge tonight,
Well,
nigga.
Murray gonna do his thing.
Okay. This what it's about because we got a championship point guard, not from this country, going against Black America.
And remember, this the city that Ja was in the strip club. So who knows?
This is Black America right now. You know, Ja might as well, when they introduce him, just play what Kane said in Menace to Society when he was saying, "Old dog," he said, "That's America's worst nightmare." Young, black, and don't give a fuck. That's Ja right now, bro. Are they gonna win? This will be a real be a real good if they don't even if they don't win, if it's a close game, this will give you all the information you need, Mace, about if Memphis is going to the playoffs or not. Because 2 of these 4 wins, and not saying New Orleans isn't a playoff potential team, have been against New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Jokic is at 9 assists. Do you have him higher or lower? Cam.
More higher.
Yeah,
I'm
high.
gonna go high. I smell triple double from
Yeah,
Jokic
this
because
is
he one of them
Joker.
niggas. Yeah, this one of them joints. Oh, so niggas came back, and I don't think Joker is even paying attention to the magnitude of the game. But he just one of them niggas. Like every night is the same night for me. But I think during the game,
Yeah.
when he sees niggas trying to act crazy, and he'll get a click in the middle of the second quarter or before halftime, be like, well, oh, this is what we doing tonight.
Really, nobody.
Your phone breaking up,
Yeah.
Mace. You got that Wi-Fi
Yeah,
Repeat it.
and there's
hotel.
nobody on. I said there's nobody
You gotta
on Memphis that could stop Joker. So it's like he could have whatever night he wanna have. Pause.
there's really no who in the NBA could stop the Joker though, Mace.
I know, but I'm saying Memphis definitely don't even have
That
him in it.
well, you know, they sent him one defensive player of the year before last. He did though.
Yeah, the bounces. Move.
Move
Get out
the
the way.
bouncers. Say no more.
They can't do nothing with Joker.
Okay. And that's the real Triple J, apparently. So, okay. And Michael Porter Jr. is at 17.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
Michael Porter 17. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna try to go higher. Give him a little motivation. Pause. I
I'm
don't.
gonna go low. I think it's gonna be I think tonight the players that's
In
gonna
a
have to
Michael
step
Porter
up.
Jr.
He's good. I like Michael Porter Jr. I think he's good. He may potentially have more than 17. I'm gonna go lower because the people on Underdog Fantasy that follow us trust me. I'm the one they trust when it comes. Cam put up 100, up to $100. You know,
He's the one they
we'll
trust.
double it and go to Underdog Fantasy. I think 8 niggas going to the Super Bowl right now. You know, they sent me a video. I'm gonna get the video from Nick from Underdog Fantasy. How they did it. Underdog Fantasy, all this dead ass. Everything I say is dead ass, but this super dead ass. They had a Underdog Fantasy pop-up shop, so to speak, and all the winners that's been winning there. And there's a guy who was there who won $45,000, I believe. I got the video. And when he's doing the video, he says, you know, this all started out from me watching It Is What It Is. You know, if it wasn't for It Is What It Is, I wouldn't even be here at this convention with you guys. And then I'm leaving with $45,000. This is crazy. Shout out to It. It Is What It Is. Nick sent me the video. I'm gonna find it so we put it up one of these days. But yeah, shout out to homie. We got his name and all that shit. But this is why they tune in. They going on trips cause of Cold Cam. They going to the Super Bowl. They're leaving the
He
trip
said
that they went to.
he made the money because it is what it is.
The thing about it, Mace, this is
Right,
what I'm talking about. Mason, this is what I'm talking about, Mason. You're not listening to what I said. What I said is he said this all started from me watching It Is What It Is. That ain't what I said, Stat. I said this all started from me watching It Is What It Is. After you watch It Is What It Is, Cold Cam goes into effect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the video. I'm gonna get the video.
Yeah.
I'll get the video, man.
You're good, Killer.
I'm just saying that it all started in
That
It
they
Is
don't
What
use
It
your
Is.
code yet?
They actually have been using my code, so
Yeah.
it's
But
lit.
they get sandals.
No, no.
Yeezy Crocs.
Oh. That's lit though. You can watch and you can make some cash. So download the Underdog
Yeah,
Fantasy
that's
app and you
good.
can make your picks too. Moving along, we got a couple more games. The Sixers beat the Magic 112-92. This is the Sixers' first win without Embiid this season. Thoughts?
This goes to me more about the Magic.
Yeah.
The Magic, if y'all want to be one of these teams that's towards the end of the Eastern Conference in the playoff picture, which right now y'all are ranked number 5. But you can't lose games to the Sixers when Joel Embiid is not playing. When Joel Embiid is not playing, y'all should actually smack the Sixers if y'all want to make a statement in the East Coast. Y'all got blown out. It wasn't even like it was a close game. These are the games that y'all need to make more serious to show, look, if y'all best player not playing, y'all not even going to beat us. Because what happens is this. They're not saying Joel Embiid if it
Yeah.
was important. If this game was important towards the end of the season, playoff implications on the line, or even a playoff game, I don't care what injury Joel Embiid had, he would be playing. This is more disrespect to y'all on the
Yeah, like we
fact
don't
that,
even have to play and win this game.
yo, your foot hurt a little bit, Joe. Take this game off. We good. We got you. This is more about the Orlando Magic making a serious statement in the Eastern Conference if you want to be taken seriously in April, May, or possibly even June. It looks great now, but it's a long season. You're only about 30% into the season, maybe a little less than 30%. You have to be, these are the games that you have to win. As far as the Sixers are concerned, look, they've been looking great all season. They may be looking just as good as the Clippers look with the James Harden, without James Harden. Tyrese Maxey stepped up. Tobias Harris, he's been there for some years. He needs to step up more because they paid you a lot of money thinking that you were going to be that player. Now, I wouldn't even compare you to Middleton in Milwaukee, but you're kind of like that piece that needs to step up for them to get over the hump, Tobias Harris. And I'm going to give Middleton more credit than you because at least Middleton has stepped up at one point in time to help Giannis get a championship. Giannis wouldn't have got that championship without Middleton. But this is about y'all, the Orlando Magic. These are the games you need to win and not get blown out in if you want to be taken seriously in the Eastern Conference.
I think them niggas realistically, whenever Maxi is playing well, they really could be anybody. Like I'm just being straight up. And the other kid who's coming off the bench, who's starting to play, Melton, he's making as much noise as Triple J right now. I just want a stat to know that. Keep a lookout for him, Melton.
Let me ask you this, because you said since Maxi plays, when he plays good, they should beat anybody. Let me ask you this question. Who would you rather have right this second as your point guard? Maxi or Jalen Brunson?
Jalen.
Okay. Not mad at that.
Jalen is starting to give that. He's starting to give that blue collar superstar. Like, somebody who it wasn't given to him. He just worked. Is going to be the crowd favorite because he put in the work to be there. It wasn't like he had a 40-inch vertical or he was super fast. He just worked on his game.
So with that being said, do you think the Knicks could beat anybody at any given time if you think that he's better than Tyrese Maxey?
I think at any time that, what's his name, Randall goes right, they can beat anybody. That nigga goes right. One game I was watching, I said, yo, these niggas is not on the right side of the court. The whole game is on this side. Yo, just stand on this side, make the nigga go this way.
That's a fact.
I think if they get ball, they could beat anybody. That's the team he need to be on. That's exactly the team he needs to be on. New York, it'd be a big market for him. He gets some minutes. He'll get it. He'll get to play.
Okay. Moving along, the Thunder beat the Knicks 129 to 120. OKC has won 7 of their last 9 games. Do you think OKC has the brightest future?
Now, see, that's the team they didn't need to run into. That's exactly who the Knicks did not need to see. They ran into, what is Shea?
Pretty sure
That
it's
nigga,
yeah.
Mark Jackson was right about that. That nigga's serious. He's serious. And he's another one of them that just worked on his game. No 40-inch vertical, no blinding speed, just just throwback basketball. I like his game a lot.
All right, shuffling music from your library.
Oh my goodness. What? And Shaq. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. And Chet is going crazy. Yeah, what music was that? What music was that? Just, yeah.
But back to
Let me
what
tell
you
you
were
this.
saying. Chet is going crazy.
Back to what I was saying. I think this team is growing into a real championship contender. I wasn't gonna say it earlier, but the more and more I watch this team, they remind me of, you remember when Golden State won their first championship? Like they was just growing, and they was growing at that pace that come playoffs time, this team is gonna be very, very dangerous to somebody championship goals. And the Knicks, I don't think they're at that level. So them running into OKC was a real problem. And when are they going to get rid of Barrett, Killer?
They probably been trying behind closed doors for us.
Nobody want to take the nigga.
Just sitting there, it was like, for what? Where would he fit in at? Look, that Shea nigga, he like fucking Chris Paul on steroids. One of them floor generals, and I'm not saying the old Chris Paul, because the old Chris Paul, or the younger Chris Paul, I should say, was a problem too. But this nigga is a problem because, like niggas say, he's not dunking on niggas. He's not doing a bunch of flashy moves. He got a couple moves to get you up off him, but he's putting the ball in the basket and putting the ball in the right people's hands. Score. Every time it's supposed to be the other team's best player as a point guard or one of the best players, he shows out. And he shows up. So like we was talking about Jalen Brunson last segment about who you would rather have out of him and Tyrese Maxey. I see exactly why I wasn't aware why Shea should be first team All-NBA last year, and now I get it. You have a problem. Oh, you like Steph? I'll give him 30. We played him again. I'll give him 35 and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, Jalen Brunson, he got 110. That's your king. I'll give him 36 tonight. He's on that type of time. Yeah. And they're quiet assassins.
8 and 7 though. 36, 8 and 7.
Right. That's why I said he's not only putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah,
he's also finding ways to find people. Yes, exactly. Along with 7 rebounds is amazing for him, being not the most athletic point guard or athletic player in the league at all. I think that's tremendous. And Oklahoma City, like we were talking about earlier, about Orlando, motherfucking missing out on opportunities to make a statement. OKC is not missing out on opportunities to make statements. They're second right now in the West.
Yeah.
They're a game ahead. They're half a game actually ahead of Denver. And between Minnesota and OKC, I think these are two of the younger teams just saying, and I know they got Rudy Gobert and Cat. They're not necessarily younger players, but when I'm saying the superstar player like Ant-Man or Shea or Chet, these are the younger players. I'm not saying that they have 100% Kobe mentality, but these are the players that saying, nah, we here and we gonna be here in April so that y'all stay talking about. Don't talk about us a lot right now. We want you to talk about us in April because we gonna be there when it counts.
Yeah, that's exactly the vibe they're giving. And I mean, just
Right.
even when you look at the box scores of everybody else that was playing, you know, Chet had 22. So Chet with 4 blocks. That's what I'm really
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, and look, Williams had 36. Everybody's buying in.
Yeah.
So when you got a team that's buying in, you're gonna have a problem. They like when you got these type of numbers and these type of wins this early in the season. This means niggas go to dinner with each other. Yo, what you about to do after this? You
Yeah.
know, a lot of teams niggas don't fuck with each other, and you could tell niggas don't fuck with each other.
Yeah, you
Like
could
you
feel
could
it in the
tell.
energy.
Right, exactly. These niggas fuck with each other, so they're buying into each other and the system. Uh, look like Tom's their friend. Tom's not everybody's friend. Tom is not the Phoenix Suns friends. Tom is not the LA Lakers friends. Tom is not the Golden State Warriors friends. We need to start seeing results because these young niggas are saying, I'm what you used to be.
Yeah. And they got Giddy. Giddy had a triple single.
Yeah. Yeah, OKC has a very good young core. I mean, their starting five is under 25. I mean, Shai's the oldest at 25. So I think that they do have the brightest future. Obviously, we got to put the Magic in that conversation as well. And then like they play in Oklahoma, like just to have young guys out there focusing on ball, well, for the most part. I just think that's one of the best situations that they can be in. So it's exciting to see, how well they're playing, but we'll see if they can continue it. Okay, last thing before we end, Zion Williamson's 5-year,
Oh
$231
my
million max contract is no longer guaranteed for the last 3 years because he missed more than 22 games last season. That means the Pelicans have the contract power to waive Williamson after the 2024 to 2025 season with no financial ramifications. So my question to you both is, what do you see happening?
They're not gonna wait no Zion. They could though. They could. I think this is a ploy to just give him less money.
Well,
All I
that's
really
part of
heard.
being smart. That's this part of being smart when you do these contracts. You see he has a problem keeping himself in shape or an eating problem or whatever the case may be. This is why these stipulations occur in these contracts. We talked about this earlier in the year. Jay Will, analysis on ESPN, former Chicago Bull player, former Duke player. When he got to the Bulls, in his contract, they say your contract is guaranteed, and I don't know specifics because they can say I'm wrong, but I do know this. If he gets into a motorcycle accident, you don't get your money.
Yeah.
And what does he do? He gets into a motorcycle accident. And what happens is these scouts, these coaches, the general managers, when they spend this type of money with you, they're in your life. They know your habits.
Yeah,
They
they
know what
know.
you like to do. They know if you spend money on bitches at the strip club. They know if you got an alcohol problem. They know if you just like to go on wherever you like to do. They know if they're investing this type of money. So that's why these clauses are in these contracts for situations just like this. We had Mark Jackson on the show a few days ago, and Mark Jackson told a nigga, You know, it wasn't in the contract, but as a family member, as a friend, as a homeboy, as whoever, you need to tell Zion you can't eat that dessert. You
He
know,
also said the
it's
nigga at 30, he bring him whatever ice cream he want.
exactly. But in Zion's contract, it's a weight limit and it's a body fat limit. Pause. So
Wow.
he can eat all he want, but if they come get your body fat, pause, and it's over the limit, it's still is breaching the contract because I don't care if you have 80 points. The contract says you can't have this much body fat, pause, or you can't weigh this much. What happens is for Zion, what I will say is this. If he plays 61 games next year, 24-25, track is back to being guaranteed. I see a chubby, fat nigga who's still athletic and young, so he's still being able to do a little bit of what he wants to do, and he may feel it's no problem. But you look chubby, bro, and you accelerating, but it ain't that acceleration that we seen the first couple of years, especially at Duke and in high school, and the first couple of years when you was available to play in the NBA. And I know where you at. You at niggas still can't do nothing. It don't matter what I eat. We always talk about where players end up at. And we make jokes and shit, but sometimes it's really not a joke. You end up in Houston, you at the strip club. You end up in LA, you fucking with hookers or whatever their habits is. You play in Miami, you go to Club Live if you're visiting. And this may be a serious situation with the food in New Orleans. They shit is delicious. It's one of the best places you can eat in America.
They got the work.
Nigga eating gumbo, nigga eating crawfish. That nigga
it's one of the
shrimp,
best.
that nigga getting lobster.
Yeah, my nigga.
Sweet potato pie, that nigga going everything.
Yeah. This may be a serious problem. Like when you live in LA, it's the cool thing to be healthy. Oh, I'm going to the juice bar. Oh, let's go to the vegan hamburger spot. Oh, it's cool for niggas. That's trendy.
That's real.
In LA.
Mm-hmm.
But if you live in New Orleans and that shit smell good at 4 or 5 in the morning, and you like, damn, I'm gonna work this off tomorrow, pause. And you just don't work it off. The calories that you're gaining are not equaling up to the ones you're burning off. And this may be a serious problem. And this may sound crazy. But the city of New Orleans needs not to serve him if he walks in certain places until the season is over.
Yo, killer.
Certain restaurants just gotta say no, yo.
You gotta put a wanted sign in the restaurant.
Yeah, don't serve that nigga. Now listen, that may not stop it because he could get DoorDash, Uber Eats, somebody else to go get it. But don't let him sit down in that joint and pig out, man. If y'all want to win New Orleans.
The whole city gonna pay for it because if he leave, the money's gonna leave.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, let's listen, y'all. If North Carolina
make the sign right now.
Protest. If North Carolina can schedule a protest of the team, y'all could turn Zion down when he walks in the restaurants. It'll be beneficial for your city.
Yeah. So as soon as he walk in, what should they say? What should they do?
Oh, Zion, you know we can't do nothing but salad and water for you, bro. Nah, it's for me. I'm on East Side and water. This for my niggas. We doing this for you, bro. We can't serve that.
Them wings
man.
for my mother.
Yeah, man. Y'all should look at
the wings and the cakes is for my pregnant girlfriend. The cake is for my pregnant girlfriend.
Right, exactly. But I don't, like I said, there's ways around it, but y'all at least should start with that. He said if it's coming from a place of love, he understands it.
That's what Mark said. Yeah, so I tell nigga, yo, listen, yo, we love you, Zion. That's why we ain't serving you no more food, bro. All
Right,
you can eat from
exactly.
here is salad and fruit and vegetables.
Yeah, yeah. And take and trust me, New Orleans, two things that happen. He'll take it as love and y'all love him and y'all gonna have to and he takes it as love and y'all fuck with him and y'all really want him to be healthy and help the team win. Or he'll say, get me the fuck out of here. Now niggas ain't serving me at the restaurant. God.
Yeah. They can
Trading me
even
now,
make a
niggas playing
green
with
drink
me.
after him. The Zion, something, the Slim Zion or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, he be the Hawk. Make him the Hawk and some shit, man.
When that nigga's in shape, he was gonna be a. So it
When
makes
he's
no
in
sense
shape,
to throw that away.
when he's in shape, he's the strongest nigga in the league.
It's like grandmama with Barkley game.
Yeah, right.
Good points. Well, in the comments, let us know what you guys think about Zion's situation, what New Orleans should do to fix it. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.